Welcome to our video on supplements for muscle cramps and natural relief options. Today we'll be diving deep into the world of muscle cramps, exploring their causes, and discussing various supplements and nutrients that may help alleviate these painful contractions. We'll cover everything from magnesium and potassium to B vitamins and vitamin D, as well as some unconventional remedies like coconut water and pickle juice. By the end of this video, you'll have a comprehensive understanding of how to approach muscle cramp prevention and relief through supplementation and dietary changes. So let's get started. Muscle cramps are sudden, involuntary contractions of skeletal muscles that can cause significant pain and discomfort. These unwelcome spasms affect people of all ages and fitness levels, often striking at the most inconvenient times. As we search for effective solutions, many individuals are turning to supplements for cramps as a potential remedy. The causes of muscle cramps are multifaceted, ranging from electrolyte imbalances and dehydration to intense exercise and certain medical conditions. While the exact mechanisms are not fully understood, research suggests that nutritional deficiencies may play a significant role. This has led to increased interest in the use of dietary supplements to prevent and alleviate muscle cramps. Recent studies have explored the efficacy of various nutrients in addressing muscle cramps. For instance, a systematic review published in the Cochrane Database of Systematic Reviews in 2012 by Garrison and colleagues investigated the effects of magnesium supplementation on skeletal muscle cramps. While the results were inconclusive for some populations, the study highlighted the potential benefits of magnesium for certain individuals, particularly those with deficiencies. Similarly, research by Gavanini and Kempinski, published in the Journal of Clinical Neuromuscular Disease in 2014, found that B vitamin supplementation could help reduce muscle cramps in patients with specific vitamin B deficiencies. These findings underscore the importance of a personalized approach to supplementation, taking into account individual nutritional status and health conditions. Now, let's delve deeper into understanding the mechanisms of muscle cramps. At the core of muscle cramps lies an intricate interplay between the nervous system and muscle fibers. Research suggests that hyperexcitability of motor neurons may be a primary factor in cramp initiation. A study by Minetto and colleagues in 2013 found that individuals prone to exercise-associated muscle cramps exhibited lower cramp threshold frequencies, indicating increased motor neuron excitability. This hyperexcitability can lead to excessive and uncontrolled muscle contractions, resulting in the painful sensation we recognize as a cramp. Electrolytes also play a vital role in muscle function, and imbalances in these essential minerals can contribute to cramp occurrence. Sodium, potassium, calcium, and magnesium are particularly important for maintaining proper muscle contraction and relaxation. A study by Lau and colleagues in 2019 investigated the relationship between serum electrolyte concentrations and muscle cramp susceptibility in athletes. The researchers found that lower serum sodium and magnesium levels were associated with an increased likelihood of experiencing exercise-associated muscle cramps. Dehydration has long been considered a significant factor in the development of muscle cramps, particularly in the context of exercise. While the exact mechanism remains debated, it is thought that fluid loss can lead to changes in the extracellular fluid compartment, potentially affecting neuromuscular function. A comprehensive review by Miller and colleagues in 2010 examined the evidence surrounding exercise-associated muscle cramping and found that while dehydration may contribute to cramp development, it is likely not the sole cause. Pregnant women often experience an increased frequency of muscle cramps, particularly in the legs. The exact cause of pregnancy-associated cramps is not fully understood, but hormonal changes, weight gain, and altered circulation may all play a role. A systematic review by Zhou and colleagues in 2015 examined the effectiveness of various interventions for leg cramps during pregnancy. The authors found some evidence supporting the use of magnesium, calcium, and vitamin B complex supplements in reducing cramp frequency and intensity. Certain medical conditions and medications can also increase the risk of muscle cramps. For instance, peripheral artery disease, diabetes, and thyroid disorders have all been associated with an increased incidence of cramping. Additionally, some medications, such as diuretics and statins, may contribute to electrolyte imbalances or directly affect muscle function, potentially leading to cramps. Now, let's explore some key nutrients and supplements for preventing and treating muscle cramps. First up is magnesium, often referred to as the muscle relaxer. Magnesium plays a crucial role in neuromuscular function and has been extensively studied for its potential in preventing and treating muscle cramps. This essential mineral is involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions in the body, including those related to muscle contraction and relaxation. Magnesium acts as a natural calcium blocker, helping to regulate muscle contractions by competing with calcium for binding sites on muscles and nerves. When magnesium levels are low, there may be an increase in muscle tension and a higher likelihood of cramping. While the evidence for magnesium supplementation in treating muscle cramps is mixed, some studies have shown promising results. The systematic review by Garrison and colleagues in 2012 found that oral magnesium supplementation likely makes little to no difference in reducing the frequency of idiopathic muscle cramps in older adults. However, the effects on pregnancy-associated leg cramps were uncertain, and the overall evidence was of very low certainty. Despite these findings, some researchers argue that magnesium supplementation may be beneficial for individuals with documented magnesium deficiencies. A study by Roth and colleagues in 2002 found that magnesium supplementation reduced the frequency of leg cramps in pregnant women, suggesting that certain populations may benefit more than others. While supplementation may be necessary for some individuals, obtaining magnesium through diet is generally preferable. Rich dietary sources of magnesium include leafy green vegetables like spinach and kale, nuts and seeds such as almonds and pumpkin seeds, whole grains, legumes, and dark chocolate. The recommended dietary allowance for magnesium varies by age and sex, ranging from 310 to 420 milligrams per day for adults. When considering supplementation, it's important to consult with a healthcare provider, as excessive magnesium intake can lead to side effects such as diarrhea and nausea. Additionally, individuals with kidney problems should be cautious with magnesium supplementation, as impaired kidney function can affect magnesium excretion. Next, let's talk about potassium, the electrolyte balancer. Potassium is another essential electrolyte that plays a vital role in muscle function and has been implicated in the prevention and treatment of muscle cramps. Potassium works in concert with sodium to regulate fluid balance and facilitate nerve impulse transmission. It is crucial for maintaining proper muscle contraction and relaxation. When potassium levels are low, muscles may become more susceptible to cramping. While the evidence for potassium supplementation in treating muscle cramps is limited, some studies have suggested a potential benefit. A study by Parisi and colleagues in 2001 found that potassium supplementation reduced the frequency and severity of muscle cramps in patients with cirrhosis. However, more research is needed to establish the effectiveness of potassium supplementation for muscle cramps in the general population. Obtaining potassium through diet is generally recommended over supplementation. Rich dietary sources of potassium include bananas, sweet potatoes, white beans, leafy greens like spinach and kale, salmon, and avocados. The adequate intake for potassium is 2,600 to 3,400 milligrams per day for adults, depending on age and sex. Potassium supplementation should be approached with caution and under medical supervision, as excessive intake can lead to hyperkalemia, a potentially dangerous condition characterized by elevated blood potassium levels. Moving on to calcium, the muscle contractor. Calcium is well known for its role in bone health, but it also plays a crucial part in muscle function and has been studied for its potential in preventing muscle cramps. Calcium is essential for muscle contraction. When a nerve stimulates a muscle, calcium is released from storage sites within the muscle, triggering the contraction process. Adequate calcium levels are necessary for proper muscle function and may help prevent cramping. Research on calcium supplementation for muscle cramps has yielded mixed results. The systematic review by Zhou and colleagues in 2015 found some evidence supporting the use of calcium supplements for reducing leg cramps during pregnancy. However, the overall quality of evidence was low, and more research is needed to establish the effectiveness of calcium supplementation for muscle cramps in various populations. While dairy products are often cited as the primary dietary source of calcium, there are numerous other options available. These include leafy green vegetables like kale and collard greens, fortified plant-based milk alternatives, tofu prepared with calcium sulfate, sardines and canned salmon with bones, and nuts like almonds and Brazil nuts. The recommended dietary allowance for calcium ranges from 1,000 to 200 milligrams per day for adults, depending on age and sex. When considering calcium supplementation, it's important to be aware of potential interactions with other nutrients and medications. For instance, calcium can interfere with the absorption of iron and certain antibiotics. Additionally, excessive calcium intake may increase the risk of kidney stones in susceptible individuals. Now let's discuss B vitamins, the nerve supporters. B vitamins, particularly B1 thiamine, B6 and B12, play crucial roles in nerve function and have been investigated for their potential in preventing and treating muscle cramps. Thiamine is essential for energy metabolism in nerve and muscle cells. Vitamin B6 is involved in amino acid metabolism and neurotransmitter synthesis, while vitamin B12 is crucial for maintaining the myelin sheath that surrounds nerve fibers. Deficiencies in these vitamins can lead to neurological symptoms, including muscle weakness and cramping. A study by Gavanini and Kempinski in 2014 found that vitamin B supplementation helped reduce muscle cramps in some patients with vitamin B deficiencies. The researchers noted that addressing underlying vitamin B deficiencies could be an effective strategy for managing certain types of muscle cramps. B vitamins can be found in a variety of foods. Thiamine is present in whole grains, legumes, nuts, and fortified cereals. Vitamin B6 can be found in poultry, fish, potatoes, and non-citrus fruits. Vitamin B12 is primarily found in animal products like meat, fish, eggs, and dairy, as well as fortified plant-based foods. The recommended dietary allowances for B vitamins vary. For adults, thiamine is recommended at 1.1 to 1.2 milligrams per day, vitamin B6 at 1.3 to 1.7 milligrams per day, and vitamin B12 at 2.4 micrograms per day. When considering B vitamin supplementation, it's important to consult with a healthcare provider, as excessive intake of certain B vitamins, particularly B6, can lead to adverse effects. Additionally, individuals following plant-based diets may need to pay special attention to their vitamin B12 intake, as this nutrient is primarily found in animal products. Vitamin D, often referred to as the sunshine vitamin, has gained attention for its potential role in muscle health and cramp prevention. Vitamin D plays a crucial role in calcium absorption and utilization, which is essential for proper muscle function. Additionally, vitamin D receptors have been identified in muscle tissue, suggesting a direct role in muscle health. Deficiency in vitamin D has been associated with muscle weakness and increased risk of falls, particularly in older adults. Research on vitamin D supplementation for muscle cramps has shown mixed results. A systematic review by Sol and colleagues in 2015 found some evidence suggesting that vitamin D supplementation may help reduce muscle pain and weakness in deficient individuals. However, the direct impact on muscle cramps remains unclear and requires further investigation. While the body can synthesize vitamin D when the skin is exposed to sunlight, many people do not produce sufficient amounts due to limited sun exposure or other factors. Dietary sources of vitamin D include fatty fish like salmon and mackerel, egg yolks, fortified dairy products, and plant-based milk alternatives, and mushrooms exposed to UV light. The recommended dietary allowance for vitamin D is 600 to 800 IU, 15 to 20 micrograms, for adults, depending on age. However, some experts argue that higher doses may be necessary to achieve optimal blood levels, particularly in individuals with limited sun exposure or those at risk of deficiency. When considering vitamin D supplementation, it's important to be aware of potential risks associated with excessive intake. While vitamin D toxicity is rare, it can occur with very high doses over extended periods, leading to symptoms such as hypercalcemia and kidney problems. Regular blood testing can help monitor vitamin D levels and ensure safe supplementation. Vitamin E, the muscle repairer, is a powerful antioxidant that has been studied for its potential role in muscle health and recovery. As an antioxidant, vitamin E helps protect cells, including muscle cells, from oxidative stress and damage. This property may be particularly beneficial in the context of exercise-induced muscle damage and subsequent cramping. Additionally, vitamin E has been suggested to play a role in membrane stability and muscle repair processes. While research specifically focusing on vitamin E and muscle cramps is limited, some studies have explored its potential benefits for muscle health. A study by Tagiar and colleagues in 2013 found that vitamin E supplementation reduced markers of muscle damage in athletes following eccentric exercise. However, the direct impact on muscle cramps requires further investigation. Vitamin E can be found in various foods, including nuts and seeds like almonds and sunflower seeds, vegetable oils such as sunflower oil and wheat germ oil, leafy green vegetables, avocados, and fortified cereals. The recommended dietary allowance for vitamin E is 15 mg, 22.4 IU per day for adults. When considering vitamin E supplementation, it's important to be aware of potential interactions with other nutrients and medications. For instance, high doses of vitamin E may interfere with blood clotting and could interact with anticoagulant medications. Now, let's explore some natural alternatives to traditional supplements, starting with coconut water, often referred to as nature's sports drink. Coconut water has gained popularity as a natural alternative to commercial sports drinks for hydration and electrolyte replenishment. It's naturally rich in several key electrolytes, including potassium, sodium, magnesium, and calcium. A study by Kalman and colleagues in 2012 found that coconut water was as effective as a carbohydrate electrolyte sport drink for rehydration after exercise, with no significant differences in fluid retention or exercise performance. While research specifically examining coconut water's effects on muscle cramps is limited, its electrolyte content suggests potential benefits. A study by Ismail and colleagues in 2007 found that coconut water consumption helped maintain blood volume and reduce heat stress during exercise in the heat, which could indirectly reduce the risk of exercise-associated muscle cramps. Compared to many commercial sports drinks, coconut water typically contains higher levels of potassium and lower levels of sodium. This unique electrolyte profile may be beneficial for some individuals, particularly those looking to increase their potassium intake. However, for prolonged or intense exercise, additional sodium supplementation may be necessary to fully replace losses through sweat. Lastly, let's discuss an unconventional remedy: pickle juice. Pickle juice has emerged as an unconventional but potentially effective remedy for acute muscle cramps, particularly in athletic settings. The exact mechanism by which pickle juice may alleviate muscle cramps is not fully understood. Initially, it was thought that the high sodium content might help restore electrolyte balance. However, recent research suggests that the effect may be more neurological than metabolic. A study by Miller and colleagues in 2010 found that consuming pickle juice relieved electrically induced muscle cramps faster than drinking water or no fluid intake. Interestingly, the researchers observed that the effect occurred too quickly to be explained by electrolyte or fluid restoration, suggesting a neurological mechanism. In conclusion, while the evidence supporting various supplements for muscle cramps remains mixed, several key nutrients have shown potential benefits in addressing the underlying mechanisms of muscle cramps. Magnesium, potassium, and calcium play crucial roles in neuromuscular function and electrolyte balance, making them prime candidates for supplementation. B vitamins, particularly B1, B6, and B12, support nerve function and may help alleviate cramps in those with deficiencies. Vitamin D and E have also garnered attention for their potential to improve muscle health and recovery. It's important to note that while supplements can be beneficial, they should not be viewed as a one-size-fits-all solution. A holistic approach to managing muscle cramps is likely to yield the best results. This includes maintaining proper hydration, adopting appropriate exercise techniques, and addressing any underlying medical conditions. Natural alternatives such as coconut water and pickle juice have also shown promise as potential remedies, offering electrolyte replenishment and possible neurological benefits. As research in this field continues to evolve, it's clear that personalized strategies tailored to individual needs and risk factors are essential. Consulting with healthcare professionals and considering factors such as nutritional status, activity level, and overall health is crucial when developing a plan to prevent and manage muscle cramps. While supplements may play a valuable role in this approach, they should be used judiciously and in conjunction with a balanced diet and healthy lifestyle practices. Thank you for watching our video on supplements for muscle cramps and natural relief options. We hope you found this information helpful and informative. If you'd like to learn more about nutrition, supplements, and natural health solutions, please visit nutritionmarket.com.au. There, you'll find a wide range of high-quality supplements and resources to support your health and wellness journey. We also offer a virtual clinic with clinical nutritionists and naturopaths serving clients in Australia and around the world. Book a consultation today to receive personalized advice tailored to your specific needs. Don't forget,